The doorbell rings and you brace yourself for the onslaught of family gatherings and the sound of heavy coats being shuffled off. You find yourself immediately sandwiched between the interrogation squad, your aunt whose memory is as sharp as it is selective. Every question feels like a setup. How's work? Oh, still at the same job? A thin smile is your only defense. You try to respond, but every word feels like you're digging yourself into a deeper pit of shoulds. You should be more successful, you should have a better answer, and you should have something to show for your life, right? And now you wish to strategically place yourself between the least offensive family members. All you wanted was a quiet night and maybe a slice of pie. But here you are. Call me existential nihilistic, but isn't it comforting to know that all the questions and the circling small talk is relevant? We're all just killing time before the pie arrives. There's a certain dread that creeps in as the holidays approach. No, it's not because you weren't invited to Sarah's wine tasting event. It's the universe's hilarious prank of gathering a bunch of close strangers who share nothing but blood. Family gatherings, the arena where your entire existence is dissected under fluorescent lights. All while you're served lukewarm casseroles and a helping of unsolicited advice. You arrive armed with nothing but sarcasm and a deep sense of futility, ready to endure the grand spectacle of awkward small talk and half-hearted compliments. A real-life version of Sartre's No Exit, where hell is not other people but specifically these people. It's a battle and no one wins, except maybe the void, which grows a little bigger with every forced smile. But what if there's more to this than just awkward moments? Maybe something primal is at play. In the past, tribes would come together, bond and share resources, keeping the clan alive and strong. Now instead of hunting and foraging, we gather around overcooked turkey and passive-aggressive comments. What once ensured survival now just ensures awkward conversations and fake smiles. Our brains haven't caught up with the fact that family gatherings no longer serve the same primal purpose. And as a result, we are hilariously ill-equipped for this. See, the brain is wired to avoid discomfort, yet we continue to put ourselves through the agonizing ordeal of family gatherings because of social conditioning. Your prefrontal cortex might be screaming at you to leave, but the deeper primal parts of your brain crave belonging no matter how superficial. That's why, despite the obvious absurdity, we keep coming back, hoping that this time will be different. But it's not, and the only alternative is loneliness, which is somehow just worse. The brain's built-in need for validation is triggered by these awkward reunions, leading to a cascade of stress hormones as you attempt to survive conversations that could have been scripted by a lousy soap opera writer. Your nervous system is locked in a battle between faking engagements and fighting the urge to flee, and yet, through all this, you stay like a moth to the flame, participating in a ritual that never changes. Basically, we humans love to rank ourselves against others, like it's some twisted leaderboard for life. And guess what? Family reunions are the Olympics of social comparison. You show up feeling pretty okay about life, but then your uncle starts flexing about his new promotion, and suddenly you're questioning every choice you've ever made, because your brain loves comparing yourself to others and not in a healthy way. Your cousin has a new car? Your brain immediately goes, well, what do I have? Student loans and anxiety. Great. Social comparison turns these events into a silent competition where no one wins but everyone leaves feeling like they lost. But hey, at least now you know why every conversation feels like an existential crisis. It's not just your aunt's passive-aggressive comment, it's your brain being its usual over-analytical self-sabotaging self. Thank you, buddy, for sentience, I guess. What is it that calls us back to these strange conversions? This ritual of faces both familiar and foreign. A gathering of spirits bound by lineage, yet each soul shaped by the harsh winds of life's peculiar forces. Unforgiven time, distant paths, quiet grievances. The moments endured, the weight carried, all now converge at this table. What once was a circle of unity forged in the fire of survival, now becomes a delicate balance of glances, forced smiles, and silent judgment. Even in the absurdity of the gathering, there is a strength that arises. Born not of necessity, but of the absurd realization that, despite it all, we return. A return to chaos, to laughter that borders on madness, to quiet moments of reflection, and to the realization that this ritual, though strange, is part of the eternal cycle. One core psychological principle is acceptance. Psychologist Carl Rogers' theory of unconditional positive regard stresses the importance of accepting people as they are, which can help reduce the stress and frustration of family gatherings. Instead of focusing on unmet expectations or awkward dynamics, try to practice acceptance. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everyone or like every interaction, but acceptance helps to reduce the emotional toll and gives you the mental space to respond more calmly. Psychologist Jonathan Haidt, in his book The Happiness Hypothesis, talks about the importance of rituals and traditions in creating meaning and connecting with something greater than oneself. While these family gatherings may feel performative, there's often a deeper value in the continuation of traditions. Rituals, whether shared meals or annual reunions, offer a sense of belonging and provide moments of reflection. It's true that family reunions can often feel stifling, awkward, or even superficial. But family is family, I guess. It holds a very crucial role in emotional and psychological development. Terrible as they may be, you should attend those gatherings.